Good afternoon, everybody. Rob Powell today giving you your Facebook briefing. On the 16th, we're at 13,984. That's our latest perimeter that we have on Turner. And Wright Draw, which is this little one down in here, is sitting it grew a little bit, but it's sitting at 473 acres. So I'll kind of walk you around the map and kind of explain what's going on. And at the end, I've got some feedback from some questions, which I really enjoy to answer in this. But starting here in Wright Draw, it's in a steep drainage. You can see it from the highway as you're coming down to Gateway. But to get there, we have to drive all the way around up through Glade Park and come back down into this area. And it's about a 3.5-hour drive from that. So what we did was we have a spike camp set up there with a division soup, a hand crew, and about 4 or 5 engines that are looking at these structures and doing some prep along in here. Helicopters are keeping this edge cool, so when we don't want it to get down into this drain and line up with this slope here and get a squirrely wind and then rush it back up on the BLM and towards the private and all that good stuff. So far so good. We've been doing a really good job keeping that kind of in place. We're getting more resources in to kind of deal with that. But our main focus has been basically on the Turner Gulch fire. So starting around in here, I'll start in Division Alpha. So we don't have that staffed anymore because we kind of buttoned that up on this edge in here. We had crews in there and they were hot spotting and cold trailing, feeling for heat along the line, and that's looking really well. So we're feeling good about that. Coming down in here to Division Yankee, this fire's backing down the slope on over here. They kind of checked that up with the helicopters. Things are looking good. It's in a real light fuel, mostly grass, and like I said before, it's like a cow's face coming down off of that. But we're dealing with that as it comes down, but feeling really good about that. All along here in Division Yankee, we've been mopping up around structures that have burned like basically the first day we got here, day before yesterday. And work continues along that, working really well. And coming over into Division Zulu, which is this piece here. So I remember I talked about Thimble Rock the other day. It was kind of hung up there yesterday. It did slop over behind Thimble Rock, and this is what you're seeing over in this area here is when it made that run, and a lot of it was done at 3 o'clock in the morning till about 5 o'clock in the morning 2 days ago. And but it did get established kind of up in this rougher country, but we got a good plan in place. Today we're gonna try to go direct along this fire edge off of the 141 and kind of lock this off, and then crews up on top are going to come around in here and try to go to direct on that with use of aircraft and our Type 1 crews, our hotshot crews that are up there. So if we can lock this off up on top, that'll be a big stroke for us, which Mother Nature gave us a break with the winds and the cooler temperatures and the cloud cover. So the fire is not as active as when it made that big run. And we'll come back around in here into Division Oscar. That's a new division here. They're up there trying to doing some structure protection around some of the structures that are up here that are shown, and then also doing some burning along to kind of square this up and tie it into the road system up on top. That's going really well, and our strategy is if we can lock this off and come back around in here and seal that off, then we have one piece in here that is kind of a problem area. It's not a really good spot to get at, but it's not really doing a whole lot now. So we're gonna keep that in check with the helicopters until we can get this box built, and then we'll have this little piece. That's the plan. But Mother Nature's in charge, and it's going to continue to be warmer and drier throughout the week. We got a little break in temperature, but things are going really well. I got some feedback here, which I really appreciate. Ask questions, that's good. Glade area people are worried about fire potential going their way. Glade's way up here, right? We lock this off and we keep this in place. We're feeling really good about trying to keep that where it's at. So the other one is some people are concerned that we may not care about the mesa since we say we want it to keep it up there. The reason of that is it's way more favorable ground up on the flatter country, up on top of the mesa, than it is down on these canyons. So we got to watch out for our firefighter safety. That's one of our main objectives, and we feel a little bit better up here on some more level ground to fight fire with our air resources and our hotshot crews. So thank you very much, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.